Fumi, who was the oldest child of Dr. Kiichi and Tami Fujioka. My grandma came to Canada as a 19-year-old, probably full of hope, probably quite unsure about what she was really getting into. She had a life of privilege in Japan, and here she was coming to Canada during the very difficult pioneering days. My aunt writes some of her remembrances, and she says that my grandmother used to wait for letters from Japan, and in the meantime, she was bearing children, one after the other, and so they sent two of them, including my mother, back to Japan for schooling, and they were cared for by my grandma's parents. So my Auntie Hatch says that she recalls clearly running up to the highway to get the mail and seeing an envelope with all these colorful stamps on it. And my grandmother would open this letter, and it was written with that brush, the black ink and the brush. And my grandmother would sit and read this letter. It was written a bit like a scroll, and she would unravel it and read to the other children with tears coming down her eyes, coming down her face. And I thought of the loneliness that she must have faced, and then having to give up two of her children to send them back to Japan. And I just have, although I never knew her, I have great admiration for her perseverance and for her courage and her resolve to be the best mother she could be to this family. And that was my grandmother. I would have loved to have met her. My Aunt Mary said this morning that although she didn't know her mother, because of course Auntie Mary was very young, she said in her own quiet way, she sacrificed her life for those 10 children. I mean, she died very young, only 37, but she sacrificed her life, and she gave